Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Monday, February 2nd, just around 11:30 Eastern Time, 2015. Now, even when one is trying to have a quiet day up here on the Island of Peace, and Lord knows I try to have a quiet day out here on the Island of Peace pretty much every day, if I can engineer that. Things will happen from time to time, and I'll get to the main event of the day. Then maybe I'll deal with some peripheral matters later. Just now, I got a phone call from the chairman. The president and chief executive officer of Delco Water Company Incorporated, up here in Delaware County, Ohio. And he talked to my machine, and I picked up when I realized who it was, and this guy sounded, legitimate. And we talked about 10 minutes or so. And he profoundly apologized for the snafu of a few days ago that I told you all about, videoed all about. I don't know if he saw the videos or not, but he apologized for what happened. He said I should have gotten a letter ahead of time. He said somebody should have come out and marked that internet cable. But be that as it may, he said, you should have gotten a letter. I said, that's fine to send me a letter. I said, but the issue is, the fact remains, just walk up the driveway and knock on the door. Tell me you're there. Because I said, because I know where all this stuff is. I mean, I've been out here 33 years. I've seen most of it dug up at least twice, some of it 3 times. I know where it is. I can save you guys time. And I said, more to the point, I can save you guys unnecessary work, because as long as you out here, as long as your guys are out here, digging around, they're risking injury to themselves. Nobody wants to have a fellow injure himself. I can help. Well, okay, perhaps I'm being a bit unfair. No, he seemed responsive to that. I said, how long have you been with this company? He says, 3 years. Apparently he didn't, it's not like he came out, was out in the field pumping water out of meter holes, and running a backhoe. And no, he's clearly been brought in from the business management world to run this water company. And that's fine, but he's been here 3 years. He has no idea what these guys are like. And I said to him, I said, look, indulge me just a moment. I want to tell you about what kind of outfit you walked into. And, I basically described to him the kind of typical behavior that I related in the previous 2 videos. And and it's all like, oh, we have to relocate our line, and we have to locate our line. We have to locate our line. We have to locate our line. And I said, okay, assuming that you have to locate your line, which you should know where it is already. I said, what is all this in aid of? He says, well, because of the county road widening and this. And I said, I understand. I said, but see, I've actually seen the plans. I said, have you seen the plans? Silence. No answer on that. No direct answer. Sort of I said, well, what would cause you to actually have to relocate this line? He said, well, I don't know. Okay. I said, well, I have seen the plans, and your water line, where it is right now, is a good 10 to 15 feet off any actual pavement that they're going to be having on this new road. I said, given how it comes up from the creek, your line is very, very deep. And I said, I've seen where it is, farther out, farther to the west in the yard, and when they unearthed both the water line, the gas line, and then the sewer lines from my house down to the tap, when they were doing the forced mains, I mean, you had 4 lines that I saw in this big hole, and it was a really deep hole. So this water line, as it stands, is fairly deep. I mean, it's deeper than, it's well below 7.5 feet. Although, I don't know, these things are plastic pipes, plastic, they're polyvinyl chloride pipes. Which over time, if you bury it, gets a little brittle. Inevitably. And the ground moves and heaves, and, it just does. Because all of that was put in when everything had been reconstructed when they relocated the road in 1972, when they built the dam in 1971. So, they're going to move this line. I'm telling you that right now. There'd be no need to. So, he let me have my say, and I let him have his say, and he was very apologetic, and he said, well, we've had very few complaints by people up here. And I said, well, that's fine. I said, but see, when I moved out here, there were 3,000 people in the township. Now there are well over almost 30,000 people in this township. I said, most of these people haven't dealt with you for 33 years like I have. And I said, every time I've dealt with somebody comes out from your company, they are, well, then I went through the whole litany of stuff that I recited the other day. And I said, every other utility that came out to locate their lines found them right away. I said, because they knew where they were. They knew where they were. They dug down. They confirmed that's exactly where they were. And then they left. It wasn't like they had to go on a seek and destroy expedition. That I didn't say that to him, but that phrase occurred to me. But that's what it amounts to, is they're on a seek and destroy. Well, a seek and hopefully not destroy expedition. Well, he allowed us how they're going to send me a letter. They're going to try to knock on my door. Note they try to knock on my door, as if, the effort to get up the driveway. To get up the driveway and knock on the door. I'm being just a touch unfair there. Just a touch. But I do think the modifying verb try was appended before to knock on my door. And I said, I'll bring the set of plans out. Shows where your line is. In fact, I got 2 sets of plans. I'll bring them down. I'll show you where your line is. Well, at least as far as what the documents say. Now, admittedly, maybe those documents were created out of fantasy land. I don't know. Oh, seeing the line in that hole in fantasy land. When I saw it unearthed in 2001. 2000. Oh, well, it's life's great absurdities, march along. I didn't ask him where he came from. I didn't ask him what sort of outfit he'd been running before he jumped into this morass. He said, we're going to credit you with 2 months. We're going to give you 2 months credit on your current bill. So, huzzah! You're going to give me $25. I didn't say that, but that's how I was thinking. I did tell him that in contrast to your outfit's way of conducting themselves, Time Warner was out here within the hours to fix my cable. Says, well, I'm very glad you had a good customer experience with Time Warner Cable. And I said, so am I. I said I paid them $77 a month. No, I didn't say that. I thought that though. I thought I paid about $14, $15 a month for water. Which is more important? Water or internet? Water or internet? I got a creek down there. I got water out of the creek. Well, it's a lot of fun, you know. If it isn't a lot of fun, I guess what's the point, no? So let's see.
Get a laugh somewhere.
Let's see. So let's see. I woke up at 1:30 this morning, and I was in great pain from this supraspinatus tendonitis I have, and I just realized I couldn't go back to sleep. So I've been up since 1:30 this morning. So you know I've been up for about 10 hours. Now you know I've sort of maxed out on the aspirin. So I'm using my favorite adjunct to try to get rid of. I did break down and take 5 milligrams of prednisone for this stuff. Which does seem to help a little bit. As I said yesterday, I was discussing this with an internist friend of mine up at church. You know, steroids are a two-edged sword on this kind of thing, but sometimes you got to use them. We'll see. I might break down and take 10 milligrams a day here for 3 days. Well, you know, I can't sit around here and piss and moan all day about this thing hurting. I mean, I can lift it up today. I can lift it up now. You know, until about an hour ago, I've been having to lift this arm up with the other arm. It's idiotic. It's ridiculous. I obviously banged it on something, you know. I don't have an AC separation. You can feel an AC separation. I don't have an AC separation. I thought it might be carpal tunnel from using the computer, but I would have gotten that by now. And you do the provocative test for pain up the median nerve. That's not it. This is a super spin. And particularly when you exert pressure over the tendon and the bursa, then when you move it, the pain goes away. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it'll take 3 or 4 weeks to go away. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to sit here and quietly piss and moan to myself about it and not inflict it on the rest of y'all. Well, I'm thawing a ham in front of the heater. Paul's been writing some emails. He wants me to go on a check deposit run, and he wants me to go on a beer and cigarette run, and Diet Coke too, as it looks, since that box seems to be nearing the end.
No rush.
Oh, no rush. Well, and I said, he says, when can you do that? I said, probably about Thursday or Friday. Which, what that means, that's code word for, that's when my wine will run out. So that's when I'm going to go out. And, I've even made a shopping list, see? Wine, Diet Coke, beer, cigs. Trash bags, decon, pork, tuna for pin, and sauerkraut. Oh, and to go to the bank for Paul. So then I'm going to say bye-bye, YouTube.